Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. All right, guys, let's get into it. Today is February the 1st, 2023. Happy month of February. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do I want to rate? You know what? I'm gonna give it an 8. It was solid to me. Let's go into this. So we see Nina and Sunny are at the hospital and they're waiting on news for any type of news about Willow. And Curtis comes up, and of course, he and Nina are friends. So he's happy that she was able to find her long lost daughter, and her second long lost daughter. And she was like, oh, he was like, I hate Valentine sent me on that chase. And she was like, it's okay because I got Sasha out of it. And even though she's not my daughter, she's like a daughter to her. So it worked out for her. She's cool with that. And he was like, well, good. I'm glad she has that attitude about it. So then he says, how's everything going? And they tell him, as of right now, they're just waiting on news. And then they start talking about the wedding. And yes, talk about this wedding. And he tells her, he expect them both to be at the wedding. And they said they would not miss it. And I said, no, you don't. No, I won't miss it either. So that was pretty much it with them, y'all. So then we go over here and we see Harmony with Willow. Because remember, Harmony is talking to Willow and telling her, come with me, everything's going to be fine. And she says, you know you come this way with me. And Willow was like, no, you're not my mom. She said, who's your mom, Nina? No. And I was like, see, don't you fall. I don't know where Harmony trying to take you, girl, but if y'all trying to tell me Harmony is in heaven. And somebody said, did she have on black? She did. I know Harmony is not in heaven, child. No, I'm sorry, but I don't know where she trying to take you, Willow, and why you seeing her, or whatever. But don't follow that light. Mm-mm. So Willow she about to go because Harmony is just like, I love you, I care for you. And I said, girl, Harmony, even dead, Harmony is still selfish, trying to take you away from your family. Because if anybody else, they would have been saying, fight, Willow, fight for your family. But no, she trying to take you away. Leave this selfish woman where she is, dead. And you come on back to life. And anyway, so Willow is taking a step forward, and then she hears home, and she can hear Michael's voice echoing in her head saying, Willow, come home. So then we see Jocelyn, Carly, and Michael, and they're so excited. And Michael's like, I should have heard some news about Willow. And she was like, oh, I'm sure they'll hit you up as soon as everything's okay. It just takes a little while. And he was like, yeah. So then Bobby comes out, and I said, okay, it's good to see you, Bobby. She comes out and say, come on, see the baby daddy. And he says, okay, I'm going to see my baby. So she goes in with him and everything, and they see the baby, and he's excited, and they say, we don't have any names yet. Oh, he was joking around with Carly and Jocelyn about the names as well too. So then we go over here while Michael's in there with Bobby and the baby. Carly and Jocelyn talk, and they're just so ecstatic about everything that's going on, and they know everything's gonna be okay with Willow. But then Carly gets a phone call with Sunny, and she was like, Sunny, what's wrong? And he said, they're looking for Michael, and she said, what's going on with Willow? And he was just like, you got to get Michael down here. Or whatever. And she's like, okay. So then we see Jocelyn, Bobby, and Carly, and Carly's like, I gotta go down there. And they said, no, like, you need to stay up here. And she was like, no, I gotta go down there. I said, now Carly was gonna want to do Carly, because they said Michael told us to stay up here. And she, stay up here and be with the baby. So that's what we need to do. And Josh said, plus Sunny and Nina are down there, and they might say something, and we don't need to be fighting all this. And I said, okay, Josh, I'm gonna let you make it. I'm gonna let y'all make it on this one, because honestly, I don't care. So they said we got to stay right here and then they go in and visit the baby, because Carly's like, okay, I'm gonna do what Michael says, I'm gonna stay up here. And they go in and visit the baby, and they say 4 generations of Spencer women, we could start a sorority, and they're just so happy and everything. And then Michael texts Carly. So then we see that Michael comes to Sunny. He's like, what's going on? And Sunny says something went wrong with Willow. She's in the OR right now. They're working on her. And that's all really the news that we have. We're just waiting for them to come out and give an update. So then Nina starts praying and says, please let her be okay. She has 2 children. She has to be okay. Because Sunny was telling Nina, God wouldn't bring you your daughter back to take her away again. But Nina, you know, all she know is loss. Everyone she loves dies. So that's all she knows. So she's just like, this is going the same route, and she can't believe it. And so then Michael starts praying, and then that's when he says, Willow, Willow, come home. And that's when Willow hears him when Harmony's trying to take her to hell. That's when she hears him. And so that's when Austin comes out, and he says, like, they're like, what's up with, what's Willow? And he says, she was a fighter, and she pulled through. It was touch and go for a minute there, but right now she's in the ICU. And they're just still going to be watching her. And so Michael says, can I go see her? And they say, yeah, you can go see her. And then Nina was like, oh my gosh, Sonny, I almost lost my daughter. But Sonny was like, but she's okay, she's a fighter. And they're hugging all on Austin and everything. And he's like, I didn't do anything, Willow was the fighter. And she gets that from Nina or whatever. He didn't say Nina, but he said she gets that from her family. So then we see Michael goes in with Willow. She is in a coma. I am assuming, because he says, I just need you to wake up. And if we believe what all the spoilers are saying, she's gonna be in this coma, allegedly, until they work out her contract negotiations, or at least she was in negotiation at the time of them filming this. So I don't know what's gonna happen, child. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. So then we move on with them, because that's pretty much it with them. And it's not that I don't like that storyline, the whole Willow storyline. It's just that it took so long to get to it that I don't have as much interest in it. But once they get legs up under it and they really start moving it along, I'm invested. But as for right now, we found out everything we needed to know about the whole storyline. So now it's just this part of it of Willow is, will she survive or not? So we're just waiting on that. So then Carolyn go talk to Elizabeth, child, and she tells Elizabeth, your friend Nicholas, he ain't no dang good. Cheryl, you don't have to tell us that. We already knew it. She said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm leaving. And she was like, why are you leaving? And she said, because it was Nicholas who called me. He said you was in trouble, and I need to see what was up. And she said, well, why did Elizabeth tell her, well, why you didn't tell me that in Kelly's? Because he said it was so important, and I had to not inform you about it. Nicholas just as shady as he wants to be. And so she said, so I went, and he said he had me a project, had someone I needed to speak to. And Elizabeth said, let me guess, Esme Prince. Now she don't tell her mama what she did, but her mama said, I don't know what you were mixed up with Nicholas about, but I know that he probably had you do something illegal or not good. And, I wish I could help you. And she said, and Elizabeth's just like, I got this. And she calls her Lizzie. And she said, please don't call me Lizzie. And she said, I'm sorry. And then later on, they continue to talk. And she just tells Elizabeth, you know, I know he was there. Nicholas was there for you during times that, your father and I were not. And I know, you think of him as close. You're close to him. But Elizabeth, he's not your friend. And you need to know that. And she was like, thank you for, telling her all the information. And she said, and thank you for calling her Elizabeth. I said, Mama, come on back, because I don't feel like your storyline is over here. So then we go over to shady Nicholas. Maybe I was about to say something. We go over here to this shady Nicholas, and he's with Esme, and she was like, you're my child's father. My boyfriend's dad is the father of my child. She is shocked. And he says, yes, and I want to take care of you. I want to keep this baby protected for you. And all you have to do is sign this document. What the heck? What you trying to do, Nick? I said, see, this is why people don't like you, Nicholas. This is why we don't like you sometimes. Because you just so shady. Now, what we know that you probably having Esme sign her rights over, and the girl she not in her right mind. This could not hold her up in court, because she don't have a lawyer looking at it. You pressuring her into doing this. She's not in her right mind, so she trusting you, even though she shouldn't trust you. And see, this is why Spencer wants the baby, because you just, ugh. And so, anyways, he talking to Esme. He says, and I'm gonna take care of your baby. I mean, our baby, until you get out of any, all the legal trouble she's in. He said, I'm gonna take care of everything for you. And she's like, this is just so much to think about. He said, well, that's why I brought the Carolyn Weber here to see you. I'm taking care of you. Can't you see that? And she's like, it's just so much to think about. He said, I'm gonna leave the papers with you, and I'll be back tomorrow. So you can go ahead and sign it. You can look over because she was like, "Don't I need a lawyer to do all this?" And he trying to tell her, "No, it's I'm taking care of you." I said, "Girl, you better not sign the papers." And Esme was like, Why do I feel like I shouldn't sign these papers?" Girl, don't do it. Nicholas ain't no darn good. Don't do them. Where's your mama? Where is Heather Weber? She's been around you this whole time. Heather, you need to see that this man is, oh, child. So, anyways, then we go over here and we see Spencer and Trina, right? And she talking to Spencer about this video they just watched where Nicholas confessed all, right? And so she's like, oh, gosh. She said, I love Abel, but why would he confess to this? I said, talk to him, Trina. Spencer said he don't care why Nicholas confessed, what the reasons was. He don't care if Nicholas did it or not. At this point, because she said, I don't know, maybe they. I said, no, wait a minute, Trina, because she said maybe you should take this to the police. I said, wait, Trina, you gonna get Ava in trouble? This about to open up a whole can of worms that was not needed to be open. Ava, you should have kept that little information to yourself, girl. But anyways, she said, you should go to the police. She said, I know why you won't go to the police. He said, why? She said, because you still holding out hope for your dad. So she said, but he said, I'm going to show my dad this because he going to go on and hand that baby over to me. And she said, so this is how you going to get custody. But she still thinks Spencer is good deep down and he just wants a relationship with his dad. And she said, don't forget, Spencer. Yeah, you had a horrible childhood with your dad, but you still grew up privileged and you still had the best of everything, and all of that. And he said, I understand that, but he's still gonna do what he has to do because he said no kid should have to grow up the way he did. As far as like, he understood he grew up privileged, but what kind of emotional damage happened to him, mentally and emotionally? What was the damage that was done? And he doesn't want this for his brother or sister. And she was like, I feel like you should go to the police with this. I don't think you should just use this to get over on your dad. And so he's like, oh, Trina. I said, Trina, you working my nerves with your, isn't Trina cute? Like her little hair and her little dress and stuff. I said, that's a cute little teens. But anyways, child, Stella is wanting to tell, and Jordan said, it's Stella, we can't tell any of this. We can't tell what's going on. She said, how am I supposed to get up there and officiate their wedding knowing this girl is lying to my nephew? What, Jordan? And Jordan said, well, this ain't our business. Like, I said, well, Jordan, if it wasn't your business, why did you say so? Because you've been wanting to tell this sister. Don't be acting like, oh, it's above you now. It's not. It's not above you now because you've been wanting to tell this. And now you finally got somebody that know, because that little secret was burning a hole. You couldn't wait to get that off your tongue, and now you have, and now you trying to tell Aunt Stella she can't tell. And then here come Portia. I thought Portia was gonna figure it out. And Jordan said, oh, Stella told me y'all were going dress shopping, everything. Y'all have fun. And Stella is like, Jordan said, but I gotta go to this Brits memorial. And Portia said, can you let her family know I would love to be there, but to support them and to pay her respects to Brit. But this whole wedding guy behind, I said, I'm gonna need you to get on track for this wedding, girl, because I need this to happen. Okay, get on track for this wedding. I'm telling y'all, I am so excited about this wedding. Y'all know I drop the videos every day at 4, but I'm gonna go live the day they start having this wedding. I'm going live with my reviews on that because I need to hear y'all's feedback as what you thought about it too. And I really don't want them to show not damn other person while I'm watching this wedding. I only want to see the wedding, and y'all better make this right, because I swear if we don't get to this altar, I'm going to be ticked. I need the reveal. Like, I'm like you, Nakisha. I need Portia to be up there about to say I do, and somebody say, you can't get married. But then I don't want Jordan to be in the middle of it. I don't want her in the middle of it. Like, Jordan, mind your business. You already did what you had to do with doing this with Stella. I don't need you around this wedding unless it's just to watch, and then Curtis go off on you because he gonna be like, you knew too. Now I would be here for that, even though I can't stand Curtis and I don't really want him going off on you. I just want it to be so dramatic. I need all the fireworks. Okay, so then, okay, so Portia goes over here and she went on Stella, right? And they're doing a bridal shower, and on Stella, oh Lord, she can't hold it. I said, on Stella, you better hold this. Hold it. You holding that to February the 10th, because I that's what I want to see it. All this other stuff, just get me prepared. So she getting all ready for the wedding and stuff, right? They bridal, wedding dress shopping, and Aunt Stella, they choosing her dress and everything. And she says, "Oh my God, I'm just so excited about this wedding." And I'm still like, And Aunt Stella said, she said, "How many have you officiated, Aunt Stella?" And she said, um, "I've officiated a lot. It all starts out good." I said, "Listen, it's all about the cake and the dress and the wedding and the honeymoon. It's all lovey dovey and stuff at first. I'm about to paraphrase y'all. It's all lovey dovey and all that at first, but then you get to the real issues after all the wedding and the having all the people love up on you. Then you get to the real issues, the issues of the marriage." And Portia said, "Well, wait a minute, Aunt Stella, because you were seeming real supportive of the wedding, but I'm getting a different vibe from you. What's going on?" And Aunt Stella said, "Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking and all this kind of stuff." And then so Portia was like, "Well, I wanted to give you something." And she was like, "What?" And so Portia goes into her purse and she brings out this like uh, bracelet, right? And it's a family heirloom from her family, right? And she said, "I want you to have it." And it was cute enough. I mean, it was all right. I don't really like that kind of jewelry, but it was all right. And she said, "I want you to have it, for so it could be special on my wedding day." I said, "Ooh, child." And I still looked at it. She said, "Beautiful." She closed it. "I can't accept this." I said, "Tell her why." No, but don't tell her. Don't tell her why. And so she said, "This is something you should give to Trina on her wedding day. So I can't accept this." But she really don't want to accept it because, girl, you lying to my nephew's face. You playing in my face like you don't have any secrets and everything going on. And she said, "Give it to Trina on her wedding day. Like, it's for Trina." And she said, Portia told Aunt Stella, "Well, I want you to give it to Trina on her wedding day many, 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 many years from now." And she said, "Whoa, I'm just so nervous." This is Portia. And Aunt Stella said, "Well, why you nervous, baby?" And she said, "Well, maybe because the first time I got married, I was in my 20s. And now Curtis and I, we went from loving on each other to now we bought this beautiful home, and now we're going to be a family, officially be a family." And oh my goodness. And Aunt Stella, I said, "Lord have mercy, Portia, stop talking." So when Aunt Stella sees Portia so happy and everything, and Aunt Stella is just like, because she had asked her, "What's going on with you, Aunt Stella?" And Aunt Stella was like, "I just think about the secret she kept from Curtis." And Portia said, "Would you change it? Would you change anything about that?" And you could tell that there was a double meaning to what Aunt Portia was asking Aunt Stella. But Aunt Stella was like, she was looking at how happy she is. She looking at, how Portia wants to be a part of this family, because she said, "We got this home now, and Marshall's in it, Trina's in it. You're a part of this family. We have a family now." And I still just couldn't do it. She just couldn't ruin it for her. But she said, "Only you can decide, I don't know if I would change anything." She said, "But it's not my place." She, again, like Jordan said, it's not my place to decide, if things could be changed. So that was Aunt Stella's way of saying, I'm not gonna do it. I can't tell. I can't tell on you, girl. But anyways, here we go with Jordan and Curtis. So Jordan is she was in the hallway and everything, and she's getting ready to go to the wedding, and not wedding, but memorial for Britt. This is taking a long time. And Curtis hears her and he says, "I know it's not gonna be easy having to face her family." She said, "I wish I had better news for them." And he said, "Lisa can be and she said, "I know, but I'm used to it on this job." She says, "So, but I want them to know that we're still doing everything possible to try to, you know, get justice for Brit." And so they're talking or whatever. And then Portia, as always, tells Kurt, because he says, Portia, I mean, not Portia, Jordan, "Is there something else going on?" And because I'm like, "Girl, why you always gotta look like that when he bring up the wedding or anything?" And Curtis, "Why you always gotta apologize to her because he brought up the wedding and all that kind of stuff, and now, oh, I'm sorry, that was insensitive." Like, Hey, how fine do you think you are? Like, come on. He always does that. Like, you cute, but you ain't that cute. Like, you just act like, now don't be getting it twisted. Jordan ain't ugly. She's far from it. So don't be acting like she can't have another option. Cause he always, oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm hurting you, girl, cause I ain't with you, and you know you want me still. Like, please find Jordan a man. Find this woman a man or something. But anyways, child. So he was like, "What's going on?" You know. And she said, "It's nothing." And she said, "Curtis, I've already let you know." Because he was like, "You acting weird." And if it's not, I know we got past the divorce papers. And she said, "Curtis, I just want to let you know I'm over this. I don't nothing. It's nothing. And I wish, I hope you and Jordan can find happiness. But either way, Portia be worried and stuff. And then she go on and go off on him. So then Jordan goes into the Brit Memorial, right? And she sees Trina and Spencer, and she could tell they in an intense conversation. So she's like, "Oh, I'll go." And they said, "No, no, no, no." Trina said, "Spencer needs to talk to you." Spencer like, "Girl," I said, "Trina, y'all work my nerves. Go on out of here with your little cute self." And so Jordan said, "Spencer, what you need to tell me?" I said, "Lord." But y'all, that was General Hospital today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow with an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. And I'm dead serious. When this wedding go down, I am going live. Because I need to get y'all reaction while we're talking about this and reviewing this. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy February. Goodbye.